What a wonderful weekend. What a wonderful day. It was just over 2 years ago that we sat in this building and we discussed the idea of expanding the hope and joy in Jesus in the hearts of little children, and what type of a commitment this congregation was going to make for that. At that time, we went ahead and we voted, and it passed unanimously that we were going to move forward, and we were going to move forward in faith. Typically, a congregation waits until a day like today to start the project. We actually started the project without all the money in our pockets, knowing that through the faithfulness of this congregation, that we could move forward knowing that those funds would come and God would bless us with those funds. I'm here to give you the culmination of that in what we had started with in moving forward in faith, morphed into fill the cross, and will hopefully move on forward to finishing and completing the construction project. I just wanted to give you a little bit of background on the project itself. As we stand here today, every single roof on this campus is now less than 10 years old, which is an amazing feat because not too long ago, we had roofs that were over 30 years old. They all match. We actually have improved sewer facilities for campus, which had been well over 50 years old. You don't really see it until when it doesn't work anymore, right? But granted, it is actually in and it's there. And 80% of the exterior of the building is done. And I'm proud to say that the Lord has come through at a time when it was a challenging time in just getting the materials needed to keep moving forward with the project. We ordered air conditioners back at the beginning of June. We finally got them delivered November 13th. So we keep moving forward in faith, and we're just so happy and blessed by all the commitments you've made over the past 2 years and the commitments that we're going to make moving forward. But you all want to know where we're at, right? So let's get moving on with that. The Education Expansion Project, total funds received at the beginning of November was $525,101. Our congregational goal was to use the generous matching funds gift that we received approximately 5.5 months ago to reach a total of $620,000. So the big question is, did we reach the goal? Did we fill the cross for our school expansion? Let's move on to the next slide. Yes, we did reach our goal. It was 6 months ago that someone came to me and says, I know about moving forward in faith, but we got to fill that cross. God's blessings to us all that the Lord Jesus Christ was able to give us those funds needed to fill the cross. But folks, it ain't over yet. Pastor Mike has been talking about the idea of maybe exploding the cross. Did we do that? Next slide, please. Yes, we did explode the cross. As of Tuesday, we have a total of $637,754 that was brought in. There's actually been some gifts that have made since then, but I had to go over to the CMC and start scrubbing the floor for Thanksgiving, so I haven't had a chance to really count it all yet. But just wanted to let you know that we have surpassed the goal. And Pastor Mike is going to come up and talk to us in a little second, but I wanted to say a few thanks to people. We haven't been able to get as far as we've gotten without volunteer help at the school project itself. You notice that I'm out there quite a bit, and so are others, and I wanted to bring these people up as a special thanks. We have Carrie Rose, who's been working hard with us. Ralph Bianculli, Preston Smith, Lance Wester, and Tim Tier. You see us out here on Saturday mornings. We're working away, trying to fit together loose ends to keep the project moving along. And as we keep moving forward over the next couple of months, we'll be finishing up the air conditioning, finishing up the exterior drainage for the building, and also start working on some drywall and getting some interior improvements done. So God's blessings to all of us here at Christ the King as we've made the commitment to expand the hope and joy in Jesus in the lives of little children. Thank you.
Thanks, John. Thanks, Joe, for your message. John didn't say it, but when you calculate how much those volunteers have saved over time, every Saturday and beyond, you know it adds up to at least $250,000. Thank you. Thank you. Just a couple words about Phil the Cross, but first, Miss Debbie, when you gave your children's message, it just reminded me it hit my head. There was a pastor that gave a children's message once, and he just invited the kids up, and he just said to the kids, I just got a simple question, just one question, answer this question, and we'll go on. The question was simply, what's brown or gray, climbs trees, has a bushy tail, and collects nuts? No problem. But all the kids are looking down at the ground. Nobody wanted to answer. So he said again, maybe they didn't hear me. Okay, what's brown or gray, climbs trees, has a bushy tail, and collects nuts? And again, they're looking down at the ground. And he's getting upset. And he goes, this is easy. So he just looks and he said, little Johnny, just look at me, Johnny. Little Johnny looks at me, he's kind of shaken. He says, Johnny, now just tell me, what's brown or gray, climbs trees, has a bushy tail, and collects nuts? And again, Johnny is just kind of shaken. And he said, well, Pastor, I know the answer is Jesus, but it sure sounds like a squirrel to me. I say that because to me, Phil the Cross is about what I just said. Because we talk about Phil the Cross as filling up those squares by the amount of dollars that are given because we need a certain amount of money in order to build the facility. But the facility is not the mission, right? Raising the money is not the mission. It is a strategy of our goal to help people love God, love neighbor, and excite people with hope and joy in Jesus. And we want that to happen for the children at the school, right? So when we talk about Phil the Cross, I want all of those kids over there, all the kids who are going to be there, all of the kids who aren't even born yet who will be there, to know that when they come across a difficult problem, a horrible situation in their life, if they face a 2020 again, right? They'll know that what? The answer is not politics, it's not medicine, it's not finances, it's not selfishness. They'll know the answer is Jesus. It is Jesus, no matter what. So we're laying the foundation in children's lives. So when they face difficult situations, they can say, I know the answer is Jesus. So Jesus, just get me through this. We talk about Phil the Cross. Who was the original one that filled the cross? Jesus. And he filled it. But do you remember? It wasn't over when he filled the cross. They took him off the cross, they buried him, and as John said, he exploded the cross afterwards because on Easter morning he got up from the dead. Everybody else hightailed it out of there on Good Friday because they thought, it's over, he's done. No. He went to the grave and he rose from the dead for us, out of love for us, and he exploded that cross. We want to explode the cross in the lives of our children, parents, in our lives with the love of Jesus. It is the love of Jesus that caused us to give the gifts that we gave, but those gifts are an investment into the hearts and lives of our children, their families, and the lives of other people. And Miss Debbie, an important thing too, not everything goes like we plan, right? Right? I had that at the beginning. You had that with a little sound thing. Not everything goes as we plan. But the point is, as we fill the cross and as we explode the cross in people's lives, we know that the answer is really Jesus. So no matter what we go through, it's not going to be perfect. But the answer is always Jesus. All the time.